Hi friends, welcome to another First Look. You know, today I'm doing something it seems like I do pretty regularly, which is talk to you about a new gun from Springfield Armory. This is their new 4.25 Emissary, which is basically a sort of almost mini-me version of their full-size Emissary. As you can see, it's based on the general Emissary. Unlike the full-size one, the 4.25 inch, which is kind of commander size, doesn't have a rail. Other than that, it's essentially the same gun, which is actually good in a lot of respects. That means you've got the same high-quality Springfield Armory build and what I like to call sort of engineering excellence. Well, let's go over a few features here. This test gun is a 9mm. They come in 45 ACP also. I think this platform is sort of custom made for 9mm. It comes with 9-round magazines, so you've got 10 shots. It's got a bushingless heavy barrel. You can see it there. I really like the tri-top build. I like the fact it's got these serrations at the front on the top. Serrations on the side of the slide, in my experience, mostly serve to tear up your holsters. And I know you can press check that way, but I find that you can press check anyway. We've got a lot of forged steel going on here. A blued slide, stainless steel frame. We've got a squared off trigger guard, which of course in the old days it was made because people like to shoot with their finger on there. Springfield Armory says it's to clear the trigger guard if you've got gloves on, which certainly could be the case. I like the flat trigger. If you haven't tried them, I really recommend them. Changes the whole character of the gun. Let's see, it's got a really bold front tritium sight. It's got a nice deep bold U rear sight. It's easy to find, it's fast to find. It also has kind of it's like a racker rear slide, so you can run it on your belt or on your shoe or something if you're just firing one-handed. I really like this aggressive grenade pattern on the VZ grips and on the front strap and on the housing on the rear. It's, I think, a bit aggressive at first. You think, wow, that's even might, kind of bite you a little bit. But I think on a carry gun, that's critical because you might have sweaty hands, you might have bloody hands, you might have muddy fingers. You want the most aggressive grip that you can get in an emergency. I think over a 5-day handgun class, you may end up wearing some Band-Aids. It's a skeletonized hammer. It's got a really fast action. Trigger pull is really nice. I'd almost call it a match trigger. This one breaks at about 4.5 pounds. It's got a single safety, which, if you need an ambi safety, well then okay, get a gun, put an ambi safety on it. But for the other 90% of us or whatever it is, Springfield gives us this really good, snicky, positive safety, which I really like. It's got a beveled magazine well on the bottom, and I think overall, I'm really pleased with this. Keep in mind this is classic 1911, and so if that's your favorite platform, there will be no learning curve on this one. Like all of Springfield Armory's 1911 platforms, the Emissary 4.25 is, I think, exceptionally well built for the price point. This is at about $13.95, I think it is. Yet it's full of features that I would normally see on a $3,000 or $4,000 custom gun. Without further ado though, let's do a little shooting. Okay, we're set up here at about 20 yards, give or take a little bit, and I've got the gun loaded with 8 or 9 shots, I can't remember. This will be the actually, other than a function firing magazine test, this is the first time I've actually put the gun on a target, and so you and I will both be learning a lot at the same time. Let's see how this works. Well, it looks like I might have pulled a couple of them. Okay, well, we didn't do too bad here. I actually remember pulling those 2 shots. I kind of hurried the trigger a little bit. So The sights obviously need regulated just a little bit, but that's not unusual. And I'll be targeting this one from a bench and then be doing an article about it later on. And then I think what we've got here is probably, you know, 1.5-inch gun at 25 yards pretty easily. You know, it dawned on me since I was here and I had a 9mm 1911 in my hand, I wanted to show you this really cool thing. It's CCI makes these 9mm shot shells. They make them for about every caliber you could imagine. But what is cool about these is that it's number 4 shot. I think at many levels, this turns a gun like the Emissary into a trail pistol for you if you want to. You can take care of vermin or rats or, you know, in the barn, or snakes out, you know, if you're cornered by a terrifying python or something. I found these number 4 shot shells to be really effective. So let's shoot the target one time and I'll show you what happens. Okay, I've got one loaded here, and we're just, I don't know, about 5 feet away. And the rifling tends to skew the shot charge a little bit, but you'll see. It actually does a pretty good job, so let's see what happens. And that's actually not uncommon. A lot of times it won't run the slide, and so don't expect to get a semi-auto action out of it. But as you can see, you know, if you're kind of within toe tapping distance from something you want to do this to, this is sure a good way to do it. All right, well, let's wrap this up. Okay, Springfield Armory Emissary 4.25. You know, earlier I said it was $13.95. It's actually $13.49, which is an even better deal for what I like to say is essentially a custom pistol, but you can buy it over the counter. I think this 4.25-inch commander size gun in 9mm all steel is just about a perfect platform. And as you can see, it also might be a good field pistol for you. It shoots the shot cartridges. It seems to shoot everything else well, and it's really accurate. So, all right, hey, thanks for tuning in. Until I see you the next time, don't forget, post a comment below. I always watch them. I always answer if I can. And subscribe if you like what you see, because there's going to be a lot more down the road. Thanks for tuning in.